Okay, we are hours away from a new deadline in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. A federal judge said the Trump administration has willfully and intentionally ignored court orders to provide updates on what steps they've taken, if any, to facilitate his return from El Salvador. Judge added, quote, "That ends now." I want to bring in CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman to talk more about this. Hey, Katrina.
Good morning.
So what is it with this judge asking or waiting for the 6 p.m. deadline? What is that about?
Yeah, so this order from Judge Zinas was scathing, Vlad. She is clearly fed up with what she views as the government obfuscating her orders. What she's asking for is for the government to fulfill its discovery obligations, to turn over this information that she's been asking for about who has been involved in both ordering Mr. Abrego Garcia to El Salvador and then any effort to bring him back. The government has also been asserting privilege, and basically all forms of privilege, from attorney-client to state secrets. And she says that you have to support that with legal and factual bases. So she wants those turned over as well by 6 p.m. today. The government did file overnight, Vlad, asking for more time. They want a stay, and it was sealed, so we don't know exactly what it said. But as of now, as far as I know, that 6 p.m. deadline stands.
So we've actually heard from the Trump administration defending their actions this morning. I want to play a little bit of what Tom Homan had to say. Listen.
An MS-13 gang member, public safety threat, wife beater, designated terrorist from the United States. He's home. He's a citizen of El Salvador, a native El Salvador, who had due process, despite what you're hearing, been ordered removed by 2 separate immigration judges. The best that could happen for him, if he actually gave back to the United States, he would be detained and removed again, because he has an order of deportation. And what people don't talk about, the withholding order they keep saying was a mistake or oversight, was issued years ago under different circumstances. The gang he was afraid would attack him no longer exists. The country of El Salvador is a much safer.
All right, so let's break down that statement. Is he a member of MS-13?
This has not been proven. They claimed when he was arrested that he was wearing, a sweatshirt that maybe indicated that there was an alleged informant, but this has never actually been a finding in court, Vlad. And, there are a number of issues with that statement, particularly that the administration, when he was first taken to El Salvador, admitted that this was an administrative error, that he had this withholding of removal here in the United States. The district court judge, Judge Zinas, has also found that he was sent there without the proper due process. So there is a way to handle this. They could have bring him back to the United States, give him the due process, and if these things are in fact found in court, he can be deported. But also, very importantly, he was not supposed to be sent back to El Salvador with that withholding of removal. They could have sent him to another country, but they sent him there.
So interesting. All right, so we'll see what happens at 6 p.m. Katrina, thank you very much, as always. Appreciate it.